Why would anyone play a skirmish at a level higher than they're on? This is Pine Leaf Needle's Skirmisher Middle Earth. Today I'm going to show you one of the reasons one may do so, and it has nothing about increasing the challenge level. The Burglar is probably my least familiar class, therefore doing any skirmish with the Burg is probably challenging enough. Therefore, why would I want to run it at level 60 instead of 59 as I'm at now? And this has to do with the reward system. There is an increased reward based on various bands. The first band starts at level 20. The second one at level 30. The third at level 50. The fourth at level 60. The fifth at 66. And finally, the last one at 76. Therefore, it's to my advantage to try level 60 in order to get the increased rewards. Now, this will have an impact on my marks result. Why? Well, let's go to the specific tab, and let's choose Siege of Gondamon, which is our current monthly skirmish. If we go to Siege of Gondamon, there we go, and change this to level 60, launch now, you'll see I get 103%. Now if I ran it through the Advanced tab, even if I did not change the tier, even at solo, even if Siege of Gondamon was the only one I chose, I would still get a 10% bonus. Therefore, from the point of view of marks, it's a disadvantage. But I'm running this on Winfola today, which is the one server where I have absolutely no trouble in having marks. Therefore, instead, I will go for the other rewards, the drops from the lieutenants, where they will be upgraded, because I'll be in the level 60 band instead of the level 50 band. So let's travel to Gondamon.
The Dowerhands have forged an alliance with the Blue Crag Goblins and have laid siege to Gondamon for nearly 2 weeks. The final assault will soon be launched.
Now this month I am emphasizing the various soldiers. Therefore, before this run, I did get around to upgrading my soldier to full level, and I'll be demonstrating the archer. I feel the archer is a good mix with the burglar because the burglar's not very good at ranged attacks, and the archer is. Some will prefer to use an herbalist in order to get a little bit extra healing. Now in Gondamon, healing is not the most important matter. Therefore, the extra attack from the archer is probably a better mix. Now, one of the things I wanted to test is, does Share the Fun work with a soldier? As I suspected, it does not. Therefore, stealth doesn't work very well, because if my soldier is seen, then I'm seen, whether I'm in stealth or not. That makes stealth rather useless to a burglar in a solo skirmish. Now, in a group skirmish, there might be scenarios where you drop the soldier and go into stealth. And of course, it could be handy if you do a hide and play sight after your soldier is dead and you're getting beaten to a pulp. I will instead then use Mischief to give me my lesser cooldown for Riddle. Now let's talk to Matthew, and let's get going. And you notice he is level 60 also. Now today we've got our Hunter Trainer, a Champion Trainer, and the Gondamon Guard. The Gondamon Guard is the red shirt of the Siege of Gondamon, meaning I have lost more Gondamon Guards than probably all other guards combined. And the north is, of course, the place where the Gondamon Guard will be posted. There we go. They are nice and yellow since this is a level 60 run. And I'm only level 59. Wait, the guard saw the first one, but he didn't see the second one. He really pays attention there. And of course, once again, it's back and forth in this skirmish. Alright, let's put the Deathmonger to sleep for a little while. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that the hunter didn't wake up. Maybe that hunter actually pays attention to crowd control? Oh, too far away. How about that? I didn't think they were that smart. Now, there are some skirmishes where they pay attention to crowd control, but in the early ones, I've often found that they're more likely to break crowd control than to pay attention to it. I think it all goes down to their aggro rules. And I have a nasty habit, of course, of doing the crowd control on the first opponent I see. And the first opponent I see is often the first opponent they see, and which puts them right on the top of the aggro list. Alright. Or I guess the hate list is what it's technically called. Alright, let's put one of those back to sleep on the goblin side, and I can handle the defender more easily. Alright. Now the Hendrefall were not originally part of this skirmish. They were added later on. Probably when some people wondered, oh, could we have some Hendrefalls so that we could finish the deed in Ered Luin? Looks like in this run I am not going to get my legs a break. Now, the archer, being a single target soldier, is useful in taking one of the people off me, so very often I wind up with one, the archer may get the second, and the guard gets the third, which is a really nice result. And I riddled the wrong one. Of course, sometimes I just gang up on them with... Oops, I don't want to knock that out. Sometimes I gang on with them with an NPC. Alright, let's take care of the Stormkeeper. And you can see that Gondamon, being probably one of the easier skirmishes due to the morale of the opponents, is one that I could pretty easily get through when I am a little bit under-leveled for it. And trying this. This is a good trick to do with Gondamon because You will run into several lieutenants along the way, and since you run into several lieutenants, you'll have opportunities to get those drops that you're looking for. And that's the entire reason for running this at this level, is extra drops. Therefore, you would not want to do this in a skirmish with a very low lieutenant rate. It looks like I'm getting a lieutenant on every opportunity. And that is good. These extra lieutenants never hurt. Especially when you're trying to get drops. Alright, is that it? See, he woke up the Stormkeeper because he saw the Stormkeeper. Everyone else was dead, fortunately. So it worked out fairly fine there. And there is the first assault. Now, did I get anything in there? A couple of bounties. And let us see. They are indeed guardsman bounties, which are the ones you get at level 60 and higher. Because if I ran at level 59, I would have gotten Esquire bounties instead. Of course, I'm not really looking for bounties here. I am mainly looking for the relics. And maybe if I'm lucky, I might get a different kind of drop, such as a... oh boy, I can't remember all. Well, a Heritage Rune would be nice, though those are rather rare drops. Oh yeah, Starlit Crystals. I could get a Starlit Crystal. Of course, a Starlit Crystal on a level 60 item is not exactly the most impressive thing in the world. So most likely it'll just be a few relics. Oh fun, he attacked the Zealot of Pain. And doing something like CC on the Zealot is not going to do much good. Actually, since he's no longer attacking him, maybe it will do some good. Thank you, Flameright, for getting his attention. Now, in many of the earlier skirmishes, they tend to ignore CC. See? There he is. He's already yellow. And that is just the way the Gondamon Guard does. He has the worst morale of any of the guards. While the Hendraball are the most dangerous ones. And back and forth. I also get slightly better XP than... okay, I better riddle this guy. The Bloodrook is not a fun lieutenant to go against. The Bloodrook, you don't see that one in Tuckborough. The Bloodrook's ability is to gain in power with any friends it has. So therefore, you don't want to fight the Bloodrook when it has several friends in the area. So I try to kill the friends first. And if you can do something like riddle the Bloodrook first, all the better. Now you see I came out a little bit too far forward because I wanted to keep the guard from seeing the lieutenant, and I was a little bit more effective than probably I needed to be. To have a little food to improve my regeneration a bit. There we go. Without a lieutenant, it's nice and easy. I don't have to worry about the guard dying usually. So it's an easy decision to let the guard into the fight. Alright, we've got an encounter here, and the attack is also from the west. How nice. It's nice when they come from the same direction. It doesn't always happen that way. Let's take care of the encounter person first. Now, this is on the west side. There's one of these for each of the sides. But of course, as usual, only 2 encounters per run. Alright, let me pick this up. Actually, let me riddle the shepherd again first. That way I can pick this up. I won't use that immediately. And, oh, there it is. Ooh. Despite my fumbling, I actually got that off in time, so I don't have to worry about those stupid crawlers. I never remember to always keep a trick up, which is one of the reasons why that's my weakest class. Alright, there are 2 more. Now, the trick thing here then is to be able to do the encounter and have plenty of time for the 3rd assault. And that means trying to arrange to be at the west at the end of the last wave of the assault, which this is the last wave of the assault. And I know that because the tree man. Yeah, definitely put him to sleep. Alright, we'll take care of this guy first. Anyone else left? No, this is going to be tricky because I want to pull him over to the other side. That means I need the aggro. And that's going to be tough to get when you've got a Forest-born Reaver who decides to go after my soldier. Yeah, okay. That, of course, he goes down way when I'm down here, so very often I prefer to get a lieutenant that I can grab right away when I do one of these encounters, so I could pull them kill the lieutenant first and leave the guard to take care of the stragglers afterwards. Okay, that's a good timing for the Ent strength thing. Now, where did they go? Okay, they're at the south. Strangely enough, the hunter work usually goes better off than the guard. Okay, that finishes the encounter. And let's see. Let's put that wolf to sleep. And now we can Now this works even better when I've got the minstrel trainer here, since the minstrel trainer is very good at surviving. Probably the best surviving of all the potential guards. Alright. Well, Riddle's on cooldown. Alright. Obviously, save that for a fellowship maneuver when you're in a group, but I'm not going to get any fellowship maneuvers if I'm not in a group. Now this is going fairly smoothly, but I don't think I've gotten much in the way of rewards. Oh, I did get a relic. A sealed copper setting of power. Well, I guess so. Anyway, that's a tier 2 relic. I'll see if I could pull that. Oh, I guess not. Alright, see if I can get that guard out of the fire. Oh well, I guess. I suppose not. The pale trapper likes to blow that horn and create a fire trap in the area. They have other types of traps in higher levels. Or not higher levels, higher group sizes. But it's always a fire trap when you're playing solo. The others are CC type traps. And we got another one north. Ah, the Troll Wound Taker. Let us riddle the Troll Wound Taker. Now, it's called a Wound Taker because they're able to improve the morale of one of their friends, of all the friends they've got in the area. As far as I can tell, it costs their own morale, but that's something that's very difficult to verify. He woke up the troll, didn't he? How did he wake up the troll? I could see no good reason for him to have waken up the troll. But then trying to figure out the reasoning of defenders, especially Gondamon Guard, is alright. Well, this obviously was number 6, and the attack is coming from the south. Oh goody gumdrops. Alright, we'll riddle him. Go down to the other side. We'll kill one on the other side to take the pressure off the hunter trainer. So, and then by the time it's done, maybe... Good. Alright. Now that the pressure is off, a Flax... Oh, well, Flax is going to kill it, isn't she? Yep, I was afraid of that. Well, this is not going to go too well. Yeah. Right. And I have to go west because there's a lieutenant there. But Flax is going to take care of the person there, and we've got another wound taker there. So wound taker goes down first, since it looks like Riddle is not going to help very much. Alright, who is... This is not going to go too well for the Team 1. Alright. Oh, that was the encounter mob going down. This is not going to go too well. Yeah, I thought. That's the trouble with these encounters. Is that it's not unusual for someone to go down. And in that case, that was... Oh, the Gondamon Guard survived this time. It was the... Champion went down this time. No, I am not going to go and do the encounter. Because when you come down to the encounter... It sometimes gets tough when you're in the 4th Assault. Because the 4th Assault, you've got all this going on at one time. And you certainly don't want Matthew following the fate of the champion trainer. Since if you losing a champion trainer loses a few marks. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, another Forestborn Reaver. Now the Forestborn Reaver, in case you haven't heard, hates soldiers. They go enraged, attack your soldier, and do massive damage against them. I've probably lost more soldiers to Reavers than any other lieutenant. Oh, what happened there? Alright, a little bit of lag. And let's see. Yep, still enraged. Okay. Has one pair down, 3 more to go. The lieutenant always comes from the stair direction. Just in case, I wanted to stomp shoes while I'm in the middle of a siege. Oh, another Forestborn Reaver. Alright. And the timing is going to be a little tough this time round because I've got... This is why Gondamon, the first 3 assaults are relatively easy, is because when you get to the 4th assault, you have to deal with sometimes 2 groups at a time. And that can be a bit much if you're not careful. Now usually though you do get a little bit of a respite between the 2 parts. The first group coming down from close by, the other one having a distance to run. But sometimes you've got slow runners coming down and fast runners coming from this way. Now, I seem to have one of my highest percentage on lieutenants because this skirmish usually does not get a lieutenant on every opportunity. But so far, I don't think we missed one yet. Since you have a lieutenant opportunity during the first 3 waves and every other attempt. Alright, let's put the Kegmaster to sleep. In every other wave you get one, and during the final assault, each of the pairs, since I like to think them as two waves coming simultaneously, instead of one wave with two groups. Alright. I suppose I could do a nice well-placed strike here. Alright, that gets him. Alright, one Kegmaster down. And not much of a respite, as you can see. Now, I guess it might be possible to run back and forth down below and take them out and let Matthew take care of the ones up here. I've got no idea the odds of him surviving all of them. What is this? Forestborn Reaper Knight or something? This is the... Oh, I can't remember how many of those I've gotten. Alright. Okay, let's see. Alright, last thing I need is power. Okay, good time to use the Startling Twist on there. Alright, Forestborn Reaper's down. Yep, alright, that's the last one. Alright, in this case, I'm going to be on this side and go with the way which most groups do it. And that is to try to avoid getting the attention of the Drake and instead taking out the main boss first. Though of course, I could always riddle the Drake. Yeah, that might actually be a good idea. That way there aren't any errors. Though you can't do that in a raid most likely. I'm sure that in a raid you'll find the Drake immune to CC. Actually, in a raid you'll get 2 Drakes. Okay, but in a large fellowship it'll probably also be immune to CC. I haven't actually tried it yet though, so... No, we don't want you healing. Right, this is... Alright, this is where those level differences makes a difference. But I get through it. Yes, I did all that for 1 extra relic at tier 2. I'm sure you could hear the cheering everywhere for that. Therefore, yes, you can get a few extra relics earlier that way. And it adds a little bit to the challenge. But if you're looking for marks, it's not a good way to go. And if you're looking to do a random skirmish for variety's sake, it's probably not a good way to go.
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
But that gave me tier 2 relics instead of a tier 1 relic. 3 copper settings of power. Until next time, this is Pine Leaf Needles. May your shield protect you, and your spear never break.